Hi, my name is Alicia Villarreal, and this is my final presentation project. My project was about the effects of social media on sleep quality. I performed this experiment with my friends Olivia and Pamela. And well, the introduction to the project is basically to remind ourselves how relevant this study and this experiment is, because it can help teenagers um, in improving their habits and finding what's wrong with their sleep. Um, this test will also show us what are the effects of social media on our sleep, and therefore we will be able to correct these mistakes to improve our sleep quality. And this is very important because sleep quality is a fundamental step to our health and to being healthy people with a healthy lifestyle. Therefore, we must be aware of what's making us um, have a good sleep or not having a good sleep. Therefore, our study is very relevant. It affects everyone's daily life. This study is centered in teenage women because we are going to be testing teenage women. That's our subject. And our research question, that's what's the relationship between social media usage and sleep quality in teenage women. So basically, we will be comparing what effects and what relationship does social media have with sleep quality in teenage women. Our hypothesis and justification is basically that we believe the more people use social media during the day, the worse they will sleep at night. And social media may increase anxiety levels and stress levels in a person. That's why, like, that's the justification for our hypothesis. We believe that the more you use social media, the more stressful you get and the more anxiety you get in your body. And that's why it's harder to sleep at night, because if you're stressed out and feeling anxious, it'll be harder for you to go to sleep. And our theoretical framework is that social media is basically everything that constructs that internet network, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything that's on the network. And social media has been growing increasingly since it started, and each time more people are using it. So this can have benefits and downsides, because as a strong benefit, we are more in communication with others and the world is more connected and globalized. But as a downside, sometimes our health can be put into risk with the excess use of social media, and that can obviously be prevented if we use it carefully and consciously. um, Previous studies show that show on social media that 45% of people in the world use social media. So this is a lot, like a very large amount of people. So that means a lot of people have access to social media. So these effects are seen in a lot of people. Therefore, our study is even more relevant because it impacts so many people. Also, teenagers that use social media for more than 5 hours are said to be 70% more likely to fall asleep after 12 p.m. All of this data, we got it from previous research that were done before ours, and that have gotten to these conclusions by performing social experiments. Variables and experimental design. Our independent variable is social media use, so like using and not using social media, and the amount of time using social media. Our dependent variable will be our sleep quality. We'll track that with an app. And our control variables are 17 to 19-year-old female teenagers, which we're gonna do not change during the experiment. The materials and methods we will be using is a Nokia 150 pesos phone, and our app, our downloadable app, which is to track our sleep quality. And the app does that for ourselves, so we don't really have to do anything but download it and set our times. Also, well, the method is basically we will track the sleep of this 17 to 19-year-old women with the app. We will first ask the women to track their sleep for 1 complete week using social media as they would regularly do, like without any changes, just keep on doing whatever they were doing using social media as they would normally do, but tracking their sleep at night for 1 complete week. Then for the next week, we will ask the same people, the same women, to do the exact same thing, just without using social media. So no social media at all for 1 week. And these women will also be tracking their sleep for this same week, so we can see the difference and we can compare the results of these both weeks. This is our data that we got in our first round of studies. We did 3 different women that were Olivia, Pamela, and me. And well, we got very similar results. Like in the end, we made an average and we got our T-score was the average of all 3 tables of data. But as we can see similar patterns in 3 tables, we're going to be analyzing my table. We can see that in the days I did use social media, my sleep was worse than the days I did not use social media. I generally don't have a very good sleep quality. I never had, and I probably never will. But I can try to increase my health habits to improve my sleep quality as best as I can. We can see that when I left social media not used, the same day my sleep quality increased for like an hour and a half, less than an hour, but it remained constant through the experiment that when I did use social media, my sleep quality was I slept fewer hours, and when I left social media, I slept more hours. So that remained constant through the experiment, although some days was more and less. That can absolutely vary from other external factors in my life. We got our mean, median, mode, range, maximum, minimum, quartile, range, quartiles, variance, and standard deviation. As comparison of other results to other studies, I personally decided to compare our results with a study conducted by J.C. Levinson in 2016, where I noticed our results agree. This study provides proof that social media, the more we use social media, the worse we sleep. This proves that our hypothesis and our experiment's conclusion is correct, although there are many external factors that can actually vary in the way we sleep, like our diet, our physical activity, and stress level from other type of sources like school, family. So we know, yes, we hypothesize that this is due to social media increasing stress and anxiety levels. So basically, our theory is that social media contributes to us sleeping less and sleeping worse because social media increases our stress and anxiety levels. So this makes us not sleep very well, obviously, because the stress and anxiety is not good for us sleeping. So yeah, comparing results, we can see that we were right and that many people have gotten to that conclusion based on different types of studies on sleep and social media relationship. As we said before, our null hypothesis was no significant relationship, and our alternative hypothesis, a significant relationship. So based on our T-score, we can reject null hypothesis and accept alternative hypothesis, saying that there is, as a fact, a significant relationship between these 2 factors. And as a result, the more we use social media during the day, the worse sleep quality we'll have during night. And to improve our experiment, we could maybe improve the sample size by expanding it and making it to more people, which this was hard because of all the situation we live in, like quarantine and stuff. It was hard to do it with other people that weren't us from the team. So maybe we could expand that. And the effects of social media in socializing, in grade exams, and eating habits would be interesting to analyze as well. Like, how do social media affects other parts of our life? These are the references we used for all of our project and all of our research. And thank you.